And well,
Did it not record?
now it's going.
It's recording.
It's
now.
recording now.
All right,
Yes.
let's record.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another lesson of AP Human Geography. I am Mr. Latimer,
And I'm Mr. Scoggins.
and today we are joined with Mr. Logue, who is an English 2 teacher.
He teaches English.
Hello.
Today we will learn about skills 5.8 and 5.9. You will be able to describe how the von Thunen model is used to explain patterns of agricultural production at various scales.
We're also going to be able to explain the interdependence among regions of agricultural production and consumption.
Yes.
Skill 5.8, the von Thunen model. In this skill, we're going to try to predict the location of farms and types of farms in relation to the city. So basically, how close you are to the city or how far away you are from the city will determine what you use your land for.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, so the assumptions of the model.
Yeah, okay.
Go for it.
So, remember, guys, a model, it's not real. It's like in a perfect world, what would this look like?
It's not real.
It's not real. So if you look at this picture on the bottom right, the left side of that circle where it looks like a bunch of little perfect circles inside of it, that's like what it would assume to look like. But in reality, it would look like the thing on the right where it's not perfect circles. It's more of like what's connected to the river. Because what is the river for?
Transportation.
Transportation. So the land is going to be changed because of where you are with the river. So anyway, here are the assumptions. One, the physical environment is uniform, meaning there's no hills, no rivers. Imagine a perfect world, right? There's only one market where you would sell your crops.
Just one market.
One market.
Like Amazon.
Like, yeah.
All land is equal access to the market, meaning no matter where you go on the land, you have the equal access point of mileage to that specific one market, like Amazon.
Yeah, like
right.
Yeah, imagine like everyone can. It takes them the exact same amount of time to get to the market.
And Mr. Logue, would you like to hit that last bullet point?
Sure. All the farmers are trying to maximize their profits.
Yes.
But farmers do.
Yes, farmers. They always are.
No,
So
I don't know. No, you're subsistence farmers.
Yeah.
So
Well,
much.
they're trying to maximize their gains.
Yes.
They don't want to,
Yeah.
something.
And remember, this is a model.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah.
It can't hurt you.
Yes.
All right. So,
bid rent theory.
Bid rent theory. This makes sense.
Yeah, we're back. We talked about this last lesson.
Yeah, we sure did.
All right, bid rent theory. So, von Thunen's model is based off of this theory, which is that land is going to be more expensive closer to the city, and the further away you get from the city, the land will be cheaper.
I think the last thing you said was closer to something important.
Yes, the closer you are to something important. So it could be a city, but it could also be something that's important for the people, like a mall or like a market.
Yes.
Yes, I would encourage you to look at Zillow and check out the prices of homes the closer they are to things of interest. And you will see this in person.
Yes.
Very good. So that's actually really good.
I like that.
I like that. All right.
Yeah.
Land is more expensive, of course, the closer you get to these more expensive locales.
Yes.
And the economic activities closer to the city need to be expensive so they can pay their rent. They need to be able to make the extra money.
So that's why you guys are going to find like high-end stores near downtown, because naturally what they sell at those high-end stores will be more expensive, so that they can actually pay their own rent. You're not going to notice many gas stations in the downtown area because it's expensive to own land in the downtown area. So gas stations are normally located near highway intersections in the suburbs where land is cheaper. The burbs.
Yep.
The burbs.
Okay, von Thunen's model.
Again.
Yeah, so we're going to go into detail now. So we talked about its assumptions and what it's based off of. Now we're going to look at the model itself. So the picture in the bottom right is the model. So the model is made up of 4 rings, but you might be wondering,
There's a fifth ring.
there's 5 rings. So
But another one was made.
Yeah, another. And the ring controlled all others. All right.
It was powerful.
Yes. All right. So there's 4 rings or 5. We'll explain why. Market gardening and dairies are in the first ring. So the first ring is the one closest to the city. This black square you see is supposed to represent the town or the market or something. So this first ring around the city, you're going to see cows and you're going to see fruits and vegetables being grown next to the city. In the middle, we talked about the city. All right, outer rings is the wilderness. So beyond ring number 5 is the wilderness. So nothing is there except hoodlums and pirates.
Remember the model effect right here, right?
Yeah.
So wilderness it doesn't make. I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to have an endpoint.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because once you get far enough away from the city, you stop feeling the effects of the city. You will eventually get closer to another city. All right.
And it continues on.
Yes. So to summarize this model, it's about the cost of land and transportation. You're going to notice this as we talk about each ring.
That's
what you do in each of these rings is you're affected by the cost of the land you're on and how much it costs to transport you and your supplies from that ring to the market.
Which makes sense that your dairy farms will be closer to the city center because it's spoilage.
Yeah, you don't want your milk to spoil, so you milk the cow. And this model was invented before we had refrigerators. So you'd milk the cow and you'd bring it to whoever wants the milk.
Sure.
Yes.
An ice box.
Yes.
All right, the first ring.
Again.
Yes. So I'm going to move this giant E.
The giant E.
E. Come on, E.
This E.
There we go. Cool. All right. The first ring, so the one closest to the city, as you can see my mouse, market gardening and dairy. So they're going to have milk and cheese production here. You will also see fruits and vegetables, milk, and cheese. The reason why milk and cheese spoil quickly, so do fruits and vegetables. I implore you to take all your bananas and leave them outside today and see what happens
Do
to
not
them.
implore that.
Okay. I'm kidding. Don't waste your parents' money. Keeping these products close to the city will make transportation quick and affordable because milk is heavy. I don't know if y'all have it here. Mom makes you carry the gallon of milk.
Yes.
It is very heavy.
But can you carry two in one hand?
Ooh.
I've done it twice.
That is
Yes.
the mark of a man.
But the last thing is the land close to the city is going to be what? Expensive to rent.
Yes.
So the bid rent theory, right?
Yes.
Yes, full circle.
And
yes.
trust me, when I tell you this is not going to go away, this bid rent theory.
Yeah,
We're gonna
bid
continue
rent
this
theory
on.
comes back in the next unit when we talk about city planning.
That's another story.
That's fun.
All right.
All right, the second
Let's
ring.
do this.
So now we're in ring number 2.
2.
All right, you're going to have wood products here. Okay, so as you see, these are trees. Okay. Wood is used to build homes and heat homes. Remember, this model was invented before we had refrigerators. Things were still made of wood back then. So the reason why we're looking for wood in this ring is because wood is heavy and it's hard to transport wood.
Yes.
And the transportation is expensive because it's heavy.
And if you look at other models, I mean, this one here, the concentric model is what we call this, but there's actual where they try to show that around these cities there's just this forest around every city.
Yes, which is nonsense.
Which is nonsense. But you have to remember, just the second ring, this is going to be your products based off of gathering materials.
Yes.
And the transportation, it has to be close enough for it to not be as expensive.
Yeah, because if you guys look at this picture, which was taken a long time ago, you can see
Wow.
this cart is carrying like 3 trunks of tree.
Yes. Logs.
That's what we call that.
Trunks of tree.
Trunks of
This
tree.
guy.
And
Pieces of tree.
This guy.
it would take them a while to transport this trunk of tree back to the city.
Yeah.
And pirates might also take your tree, or thieves, whatever.
In the
pieces of tree.
In the wilderness, you're going the wrong way, guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're whatever. Okay, that was ring number 2. Now, ring number 3, we are doing extensive agriculture. Extensive agriculture, remember, that is big land. You have technology, assuming you have technology, and you have very few workers. What you're going to see is grain farming. Remember, grain farming, you need lots of land to grow grain if you want to make a profit. You can have 1 acre of grain, but you wouldn't be able to make much money off of that 1 acre. So you're going to need lots of land to grow grain. That's why it's extensive.
Yes.
All right. Land further from the city is cheaper, so farmers can afford to buy more of it. So if you're a grain farmer, you have to pick land far from the city because that is the only land you can afford. There's no way you can afford land in ring 1 and sell grain and make a profit. The reason why we can have it be this far away also is that grain is light and cheap to transport. If you look at this picture, you see they're transporting grain, giant piles of grain. Then they're able to do it. They're able to make it in one trip.
Yes.
Okay, next. The ring number 4, ranching or stock raising. Stock raising just means animals. This is also extensive because you need lots of land to raise animals. Okay. Land far from the city is cheap, so farmers can afford to buy more of it. Like ring number 3.
The land further from the city is going to be cheaper. So what I want everyone to do is look at the concentric model right here on the left. Remember, number one is going to be the most expensive, right? Closest to this to the market town. As you go further out, it becomes cheaper. The reason why it becomes cheaper is because your transportation, all these costs are lower. Therefore, you don't have to worry about, taking a bunch of, what did you call it, tree logs?
Yes, trunks of tree.
Trunks of tree from the wilderness all the way to the city center.
Yes.
That would be very expensive. So remember, as you go further away, land and everything becomes cheaper.
Yes. But sometimes transportation can be expensive if it's heavy. Like if we were to collect wood outside the city, it would be expensive.
I mean, with this model, this model, yes. It didn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't foresee
trains
and other things, right?
Yeah. But also remember, animals can transport themselves. That's why, because every farmer is thinking about their bottom dollar, right?
Yes.
You're thinking about what can I save money on. So the farther away you get from the city, you're going to need more land. But also, cows can move themselves, so you don't need to worry about that. Like the cows can, you've eliminated the cost of transportation, and the cost of land is cheap because you're far from the land, far from the city. All right. So next skill, the global system of agriculture. Globalization. So what's the first word of that, first section of that word?
It's global.
Global, which means the world, right?
It's the world.
The world.
Yes.
And isation means the process of making.
Mm-hmm.
So it's process of making the world, making something worldwide. Okay. Remember, the world is interconnected. Today it is. Forget that model we talked about. That was 1800s. This is now, okay? The world is interconnected. You can grow anything and you can ship it anywhere. We can make wine in California and ship it to Australia. I don't know why we would do that, because Australia can also grow its own wine. It's also Mediterranean, whatever. Boba, which I know some of y'all probably like, boba tea, that came from Taiwan, but it's shipped to America, okay? Tea and coffee is grown in the tropics like Africa, and we ship that to Europe.
Well, the next time you're in a store and you start realizing that there are certain fruits and vegetables that do not grow, let's say in the wintertime here in the United States, but yet we can still purchase it.
Yes.
It's because it was shipped in from somewhere else that can grow it at that time.
Yeah, the Southern Hemisphere can grow crops in a different season that we can't. That way we trade with each other all year round. Globalization.
There you go.
Okay, site and situation. We've talked about this a few times throughout the year. To recap what site and situation is. Site is the physical place you're located in. Mm-hmm. Situation is what connects you to other places. Okay. Countries with unique climates can produce foods that other can't. Like grapes and olives are grown in Mediterranean climates. Coffee comes from the tropics. Wheat comes from temperate zones. Wheat. Notice you can eat all those things in America, even though like coffee comes from the tropics, olives and grapes are Mediterranean. We're not in those places, yet we eat them anyway. Okay. When it's winter in the northern half of the world, it's summer in the southern half, which like was talked about in the last slide. Like everything's flip-flop. So when it's summertime, we grow wheat, and in our winter time, it's summer in the south. So then like Argentina can grow wheat and then sell it to us. So we're constantly giving each other foods because we're connected. That's the situation.
Globalization.
Globalization again, yes. Okay, global trade of food. Less developed countries will grow cash crops. What does that mean, Dr. Scoggins?
Well, I think a cash crop would be a crop you have for cash.
Yes, you sell the crop. Yes,
for cash.
So these would be things you consume. Sorry, things you don't consume, like tea, coffee, and rubber. Yes, you do drink tea and coffee. You don't eat the thing they're made of. You sell tea and coffee, and they're processed later on down the road. I mean, yeah, you can chew on a coffee bean, and that would give you caffeine, but that would be ridiculous. That'd be really uncomfortable.
Outrageous.
Yes. These crops are shipped to the developed countries who can't grow cash crops.
Cash crops.
Yeah. Farms in less developed countries. Okay. These farms don't have machines because these countries are poor. The farms are often very destructive for the environment. They are very focused on growing food, so they are willing to cut corners. They will cut down trees. That's called deforestation. The herders of animals often let their herds overeat on the grasslands, turning the grassland into a desert. We call that desertification.
Desertification.
All right. You also see soil salinization. What does sal mean?
Probably salt.
It means salt. There you
Yeah.
go. So you're the process of making the soil salty. It's a buildup of salt in the soil, which is bad because if you have too much salt in the soil, you can't grow crops anymore.
This is true.
Yes. These problems are caused by monocropping. We talked about that in the last lesson, which means you only grow one crop every year. You're basically abusing the soil.
Yes.
And you can see these pictures down here. This bottom left picture, that'd be a good example of, what do you think?
That's deforestation. In
That-
fact, isn't that a part of the Amazon?
That is part of the Amazon.
You know, the world's lawn,
Yes.
and we're cutting it down for what?
Well, for wood, we also gather resources from it.
Cash crops.
Cash crops, yeah. And also you have Brazilian farmers who are chopping down the forest so they can make a space to farm, which is also adding to the problem. You see desertification here. We see the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then here's a soil. Here's a salty soil over here. Lots of salt.
Salty soil.
Salty
I
soil.
like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Next slide. Here we go. Farms in developed countries.
Okay.
They have more technology. They have government subsidies, which means the government pays you to farm.
Yes, they do.
And developed countries also have better infrastructures like roads, water supply, electricity. There's pictures over here of other examples.
And it's very important that you guys know what infrastructure means.
Yes, it's a common word that pops up. They're never going to ask you what infrastructure is. It's just going to be a word somewhere in a question. And you just need to know what it means, because if you understand infrastructure, you can actually answer the
The
question.
roads, the water supply, electricity, internet.
Yeah, internet. Anything that allows you to live in your environment fully. Like you can survive. You can survive there.
Dare I say the situation?
Yes, it's the situation. And guys, that is it for our lesson. We hope you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you guys next time.
See you later.